Hey, if you're an ITI grad looking to really kickstart your career, you need to listen up. The Indian Navy is opening its doors at its prestigious repair yards in Kochi, and today we're breaking down exactly how you can get in on this.
So let's just start with the biggest number on the table, 240. Yep, 240. That's how many apprenticeship spots the Indian Navy has opened up. And let's be clear, this isn't some small thing. It's a huge opportunity to get your foot in the door.
So you might be wondering, what exactly are NSRY and NENA Kochi? Well, think of them as the high-tech heart of the entire Navy. Seriously, these are the top-tier yards where naval ships and aircraft get maintained, repaired, and totally overhauled. An apprenticeship here, it's not just about learning a trade. You're going to be working on some of the most critical assets our country has, learning from the absolute pros in the field.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We've broken it all down into 5 simple steps. We'll talk about why this is such a big deal. We'll look at all the different jobs available, make sure you know if you're eligible, walk you right through the application, and then wrap it all up with a final checklist so you don't miss a single thing. Sound good? Let's go.
First things first, let's talk about why this is such a massive opportunity. I mean, this isn't just some temp job, right? This is a formal apprenticeship, all under the 1961 Act. That means your training is totally structured, it's nationally recognized, and you're doing it all inside the high-tech, super disciplined world of the Indian Navy. This is the kind of experience that builds an entire career.
Okay, now for the really fun part. What kind of skills is the Navy actually looking for? The answer is a lot. The opportunities are super diverse, everything from detailed electronics work to literally welding the frames of naval ships. So let's jump in and see what trades are up for grabs.
Wow, just take a look at the range here. Of course, you've got those high-demand roles, right? 31 spots for fitters, 29 for electricians. But look closer. You've also got 21 roles for computer operators and even super specialized trades like shipwrights. And remember, this is just a quick peek. The full notification has even more, like machinists and plumbers. The big takeaway here is just how many different skill sets they're looking for.
All right, so you've seen the roles and you're probably thinking, okay, I'm in. The next step, and it's a crucial one, is to double-check your eligibility. Let's break down exactly what you need to qualify.
And you're going to love this. The requirements are pretty straightforward. On the education side, you just need at least 50% in your 10th standard and a solid 65% in your specific ITI trade. As for age, you just have to be 18 by June 1st, 2026. But here's the absolute best part. There is no upper age limit. That is fantastic news because it opens the door for a way wider range of people.
Okay, let's say you're eligible and you've already picked out the trade you want. Perfect. Now let's get down to business. How do you actually apply? Don't worry, we're going to walk you through the whole thing, step by step.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty of the process, let's tackle the one question that's probably on everyone's mind. What's this going to cost? What's the application fee?
And here is some of the best news you'll hear today. The application fee is zero. Nothing. Zilch. It costs you absolutely nothing to apply, which is a huge deal and removes a major roadblock for so many talented people out there.
Okay, now listen up, because this is important. The whole application process is offline. So first, you've got to download the official form. Then, fill it out super carefully. Make sure there are 0 mistakes. Next, you'll attach 3 attested photos and self-attested copies of all your documents. And here is the most critical detail. You have to send it using India Post only. No private couriers. Got it? Make sure you get that in the mail so it lands in Kochi on or before April 3rd, 2026. So, what happens after you've sent in your application? Well, it's a pretty clear 3-stage process. First, they'll create a shortlist based on your marks from 10th Standard and ITI. If you make the cut, you'll get called in for a personal interview. And the final step is a medical test, just to make sure you're fit and ready for the training.
Whew, we've gone over a ton of information. So to make sure you've got everything locked in, let's do one final quick checklist of the absolute must-remember details. You don't want to miss these.
All right, let's lock in these key points. Ready? Last date, April 3rd, 2026. How to apply? It's offline and only through India Post. How much does it cost? Absolutely free. And if you get selected, training is scheduled to kick off around July 2026. Got it? Good.
So, when you put it all together, 240 vacancies, really clear eligibility, and a totally free application, the only real question left is this your chance? This is a direct shot at gaining world-class skills with one of the most respected naval forces on the planet.
Don't let this opportunity sail away.